Let's turn to business news now with Nona Peltier on the other side of me in the studio here. You were talking about this last night. This is the reaction to quit paying out dividends to many of Trustpower's customers, right? And there has been more reaction?
Yes, one of the analysts who looks at the energy sector, he's quite astute at this. His name is Andrew Harvey-Green. He's with Forsyth Barr. He crunched the numbers, produced a report and said, well, this is going to cost quite a lot for Trustpower. And it's the idea that the company's share value has dropped is really what you'd expect given the idea of cutting these dividends. Because when you do that, you also sever the loyalty that the customers feel to that company because they're shareholders as well. After a while, they don't get the dividends, so that opens the door to more competition because loyalty falls, and that's going to have an impact. He thinks somewhere between $15 and $23 million a year. Now, I spoke with him. We have a little bit of audio from him,
One of the really interesting things through this process is the rationale that's been given by the Trust for the changes, and that's looking at the uncertainties going forward in the electricity sector, just around sort of regulatory issues, technology issues, and those sorts of things. And using it as a justification, which I must admit does seem a little bit odd in my personal view. It does appear to me that if you had that view, then the logical thing to be doing right now would probably be selling your Trustpower shares as opposed to doing what they're doing. But I guess that's a question for them.
In terms of the value of the company, we saw the share price fall. Do you think that's fair?
Yes, it is. But the key impact to Trustpower is that one of the things that they are able to do with this structure is the electricity charges to the Tauranga consumers tend to be a little bit higher because they know that consumers are getting that dividend check at the other end, and so there will be some margin pressure going on to Trustpower as a result of these changes.
That is energy analyst at Forsyth Barr, Andrew Harvey-Green, talking to Nona Peltier a short time ago. Nona is beside me in the studio here. And Nona, Bitcoin in the news again.
That's right, Bitcoin is in the news again. Yes, indeed. 50
Money.
He's playing underneath you now. You've got an earpiece in, have you? Hold on a sec. We're just gonna relish 30 cents.
Starting to feel like there's nothing left to talk about but the money. Starting to feel like there's nothing left to talk about.
Nona, tell us why we're listening to 50 Cent.
Well, he's got some serious coins. We're talking Bitcoin. Yes, he has some 700 coins. So suddenly he's discovered he's a millionaire.
How bizarre.
Yes, well, considering the fellow was bankrupt, he declared bankruptcy in 2015, came out of bankruptcy just a year ago, really, and then suddenly discovered that he had these 700 coins because he was one of the first musicians to accept payment in Bitcoin, and that was for one of his albums, Animal Ambition. Now, you know, that album sold, 124,000 copies as of December 2014. It wasn't exactly a major critical success, but when you can look at ching-ching, $8 million. Okay, at the time, Bitcoin was worth just about $660. Now, guess what it's worth?
No, tell me.
$11,500 US.
And how many did he get? How many did he get?
He had 700 of them. So look, I did the maths for us. That's about 8 million or so. Yeah. Very nice if you can get it, huh?
Go, Mr. Cent.
That's right.
What happened on the markets today, Nona?
Well, okay, so our market actually fell about 0.7%, 58 points to 8,311. That was helped down by Trustpower's share price, which ended down nearly 3%. That's in addition to yesterday, nearly 3%. Air New Zealand was also hit hard, close to 3%, with oil trading at a 3-year high, $70.25 US a barrel. That's right, for Brent crude. Yeah. And what's interesting about that is Donald Trump, for some inexplicable reason, is talking up his dollar, so the US dollar makes America great again. And as a result, the dollar went up, ours went down, 73.4 US cents, 91.1 cents Australian, and 51.7 pence. There you go.
Nona Peltier, thank you so much. Great week. Have a great weekend.
And you.